Hello, my name is Adolfo and this is Life of Adolfo. Today I'm going to give the two biggest obstacles when leaving the United States to travel or live abroad. For me, I've been doing this for about 22 months already. 22 months already, and I'm going to give you the first stage that I consider obstacles for most of the people, and that's the fear and the doubt of leaving the country. And those two coincide because you have the fear of leaving your comfort zone, leaving the sources and the routine that you have, the medical, the house, and everything. The doubt is when you're doubting yourself if you're making the right decision, because you have to remember, as soon as you leave everything, it's gone, unless you put it in a storage room. For me, I had a house. I had to get rid of it. Why did I have to get rid of it? And I know people are gonna say you should have rented it, you should have done this, but for me, I decided to sell it. And that's the house, because I didn't want to have that extra mortgage that will hold me back for traveling. I did have doubt on selling my house. I had that doubt before I sold my house. After I sold my house, I had 1 month to live there free, and I was still doubting myself even though I already sold my house. The third one, I was doubting myself when I was in my dad's house. This is in Texas, now we're in California. I was doubting myself. And the fourth time was already abroad in Mexico. At that time I was in Mexico. Right now I'm in the Philippines. But I was in Mexico, I got sick. That's the first month that I was out. And I was doubting myself. There was fear, because now I was thinking of going home because of the medical, the hospitals. I'm military retired. I get free VA in the hospitals in the US, so I felt more comfortable going over there. But as soon as all that happened and I moved on to the next city and the next city, I got sick again in Merida. I want to say that was like the fourth month of me leaving my house, sold my house. I believe I had COVID at that time. And I knew that I wanted to travel more because the doubt was gone. Instead of me thinking of going home, going to the hospital in the US, I was thinking my next 1, 2, 3, 4 cities, what am I going to go and what am I doing in those 4 cities? And that's when my doubt left. As for my house, I sold it. The fear was that I was going to lose my money after I sold it, because if you don't invest it, you're going to probably lose it. When did that fear of losing my money was gone? Is when I saw it as monopoly money. It's hard to explain that phrase. Is that I was investing it, I was losing, but at the same time I was enjoying. At that time I was panicking. But 1 year afterwards, I said, you know what? It's free money. That's the way I saw it. That when I was investing, everything seemed easier and the money started growing then. Instead of me panicking and thinking every day of it, I don't think of it every day. Or how can I say, I do probably think, but I don't think of when it turns red on the exchange, if you understand, of the exchange, the stocks. So like I mentioned, the doubt, it was 4 times. Once before I sold my house, 3 times after I sold my house. When they're leaving my comfort zone, fear leave, and this is just being honest, as soon as I stopped working, that comfort zone ended. Because I already quit my job, I already had all my stuff in my car to travel from Texas to California, that the comfort zone was gone. Even though I could still work in California, my mindset was already gone, since the house was gone, the job was gone, everything was gone. And the last thing that I want to do on this video is that even though I have fear and I sold all my majority of my stuff from my house, everything that I valued was gone. But I still had a storage room that a month ago, or less than a month ago, that went to the United States. I decided to get rid of it. There was at least $10,000 worth of value, in my view, inside there. I flew over there. I sold X amount of things so I could get my flight ticket back to California, and extra money and extra things that I might bring to the Philippines or take to my dad's house. And the rest I sold. I sold it for like bare minimum. I sold it, I only made like 1,700 out of it, out of the 10,000 that I said it was valued. Basically, I was selling everything almost for free as long as I had my plane ticket. Now, what does that have to do? Is that was the final things that I valued, or things that I had in my possession in the United States that I got rid of. At that point, I had no feelings towards those things. Even though it was $10,000 worth in my view, the storage room was costing me $3,000 a year, which is like $260 per month. That by selling it, I felt more comfortable with that extra money now on my budget. And I know a lot of people that are planning to travel and are thinking twice, because you got to get rid of everything. Or if you plan to, we'll say, move to Mexico, because I've seen a lot of people trying to move to Mexico and put everything in their truck, majority of things, and you have fear and doubt. Do your research. Do your research on where you're going, budget, have a budget plan, and everything will be fine. And stick to that budget. Just because you see something that's a bargain and you're gonna maneuver out of your budget, you might dig a hole that you might need later on. For me, I have a budget. I have like a safety net in each thing that I buy. That will say that I wanted to buy a microwave and it costs 160. I put 200 aside, because I'd rather I have more money afterwards than be short and taking money out of other places. I know this is a little bit off topic of what I'm trying to cover, but this is just gonna help you survive in another country. When it comes to being sick, you, like I said, have extra money. Always have extra money. And I give it about 2-3 months, your doubt and your fear is gonna be gone. I noticed that some people that go to Mexico, they go back to the United States, and I assume most of the people that decide to go back is because, and this is what I heard in the Philippines on YouTube, is that some people want to go back because they're used to certain eating. Or if you get older, you want to go get your Medicaid, Medi-Cal in the United States and feel safer because now you're in the United States. This is also for older people. Compared to me, I'm retired from the military. I'm 47, so I still feel young compared to someone that is in their 60s, 65 retirement, or 67 or beyond that. And that's about it. Just have a plan, budget. Don't just wing it. For me, before I decided to travel, I want to say I had about 6 to 8 months planning on what I'm gonna do. And when I started planning, I was already planning the whole Mexico travel. Even though I told you that when I got sick, I was planning the next 4 cities, I was planning the next 4 cities what to do. Because I already had a plan where to go, even though they're subject to change each time that you travel. Because you might hear somebody say, oh, I recommend this place, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna head that direction. So hopefully you like my video. And I know a lot of people may have fear and doubt when you're traveling, but it's easy. Just know the laws of another country as well. Thank you for watching.